Good afternoon YouTube, Xfile 2708 back again with another pickups video. Got probably 3 or 4 pickups videos worth to do over the coming week or so. So myself and Ghost Lou have been out and about doing the charity shops and CXs and things like that. So breaking this one down, guys, this one's going to be for charity shop pickups. And those of you that aren't always a big fan of the horror stuff, you'll be glad to know there's probably more non-horror in this video than there is horror. So I've got, I don't know, 15 or so titles, so I'll get through them as quickly as I can. Let you all, I'm sure you're all itching to get out and about with Storm Dara or whatever it is we're experiencing at the minute. So myself and Ghost Lou have been out and about in one of the local towns today, and it is absolutely blowing a hoolie out there. So I think we timed it just right. We got back about an hour or so, and it went from really bad to horrendous out there. So glad that I'm in for the rest of the day, and figured seeing as my table next to me is pretty much chock-a-block, that I'd get a video sorted for you guys this afternoon, seeing as you're all probably having to stay in the same as us now. So first ones I picked up, like I say, most of these are non-horror. So I picked up the a Max Power DVD. So big into my modified cars. 51 years old, I'm a boy racer still. I love putting my my Mini into sport mode and giving it a tickle. Yeah, Max Power was a lads magazine growing up for fast cars and fast women as well. So it was every teenage boy's dream. So saw these in a local charity shop with Ghost Lou today, 50p each. So I've managed to pick 2 up. Like I say, few and far between that I do see these. So this was Way Out West, the editor's cut, plus the cars from the Fast and Furious, with exclusive footage of Max Power Live. So pleased to get that one. I'll show you. There you go. Back of the box there as well. So I haven't seen these Max Power DVDs in donkey's years. So next one is 2 features on 1 DVD. So it's Beasts from the East and The Beasts Unleashed. So I've no idea where that storm's come from, but yeah, that's maybe the beast from the east. So it's pretty terrible out there. So I hope you're all keeping safe and wrapped up on this blustery day. So there we go. There's that one again. 50p for that one, and a nice hot pink Porsche on the back. So there we go. That's the first 2. I'll show that one last because that was something I ordered online. Next one I managed to pick up, an action martial arts film. I think this was one on Tim Cole's top 15 action list, I think it was. One that I've not seen before. Sod's Law, the day after I watched Tim's video, I think myself and Ghost Lou were in one of the local towns that's a little bit further afield to where we'd normally go, and 2 different charity shops both had a copy of this in, so go figure. So yeah, hard boiled. So this was one that Tim recommended. Fast, furious and very violent, high octane entertainment with punch. John Woo is to action what Hitchcock is to suspense. So it's John Woo film. So any fans of that one, let me know in the comments. Next up was one for my Tartan Asia Extreme subset, and it is a film called Bangkok Dangerous. So I think when I posted this one in our WhatsApp group, Tim confirmed it was a decent one. But yeah, any on the Tartan Asia Extreme label I pick up, and in the charity shops I think literally everything here was, well, apart from the couple of box sets, were between 20 and 50p each, or some even 10p, I think. So But yeah, pleased to get this one. It'd be a first time watch for me. So that's Bangkok Dangerous. One that I used to have in the collection originally. I don't remember too much about, but it was one that, if I recall, it was half decent. And it's a foreign film called Meat Grinder. Let's have a look. Comment on the back. I've tried to watch it all the way through without feeling nauseous. So far, 57 minutes is my record. So, there we go. Meat Grinder serves up a sumptuous feast of murder, dismemberment and cannibalism in this proud member of the torture porn subgenre. So, pretty sure I have seen it a good few years ago. It was this release that I had as well. So, pleased to get it back in the collection. And one that I'll be watching upcoming. So there we go. That's that one there. Bit of Meat Grinder. And it says on the front, Saul was just an appetizer. Welcome to the main course. Probably the most graphic gore film ever released in the UK. There we go. Any fans of that one, let me know. Next up, again, one that I remember seeing before, but my memory is absolutely terrible, so I can't remember anything about it apart from it was one that I rated decent on my Letterboxd, and it is We Are What We Are. So see at the top there, a cannibal gore fest. So spot the theme so far. So there we go. That's that one, and it says shocking, bloody, and deeply affecting. We Are What We Are is a disturbing portrait of a family bound by a monstrous secret. When a middle-aged man dies in the streets, his devastated family is left in crisis, for their father had always provided the human flesh on which they feed. Now he is gone, they are left with a terrible dilemma. Who will lead their hunt for victims, and how will they control their terrible hunger? Coming at you like a fistful of flesh-eating dynamite. There we go. So that's that one there. All charity shop finds these guys, so nice random score. And going from cannibalism to what I think, if I remember rightly, is 80s action comedy. And it is Mel Gibson and Goldie Hawn in Bird on a Wire. Now, I don't remember anything about this. I have heard of the film. It is one I will have seen in the 80s, probably on VHS, but I won't have seen it since those days. I know it's renowned as a bit of a classic with people in the community that are into their 80s movies. So again, this was 49p and probably part of a 3 for £1 deal. So had to grab that one. And then complete random punts. This is a football related one, and it's called Legends Uncensored. So the three guys on the front, I can't remember the names. I did Google them last weekend, I think it was, when myself and Ghost Lou were out and about, and I picked this one up. But this has been autographed by those three people. One of the guys I remember it saying was a former Newcastle United footballer. One was another one that played for Man City, and I can't remember who the other guy was, but it has literally been autographed by all three of them, and it was 49p. It says on the back, this is the story of three North East footballing legends who for nearly 10 years have defied and broken all the rules of radio. How it works and why it works, no one knows. The legends on real radio is like a runaway train. It cannot and will not be steered or controlled. It barely stays on the tracks, but in all its glorious chaos, it's the biggest runaway success that North East football fans have ever heard on the airwaves. This DVD is a behind-the-scenes look at the programme, so sit back and enjoy the legends. And it says Real Radio 100 to 102 FM. So, being up here in the North East, I've lived up here for, 17 years now. So, I know a lot of North East football fans, the rivalry between Newcastle and Sunderland and Borough fans and all that jazz. So, you know, figured it might be half decent and signed by 3 people. So there we go, 49p. Can't go wrong. Right, brace yourself, ladies. I'm about to have a quick slurp. Oh, lovely. Right. Next one, a film I've never seen before. It's a modern film with Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Jamie Lee Curtis, Christopher Plummer. It's full star-studded cast. Always been one that's passed me by, and it is Knives Out. So I think this was maybe, is it around 2019, this one? I think it was 2019. But supposed to be a really good suspenseful, twist-filled whodunit action film. So was one that it's passed me by over the years, but I've always heard good things spoken about it. So seeing it in a charity shop, cheap as chips, figured I'd add it into the collection and stick it onto the watch pile. So any fans of that one, let me know in the comments. Next up was a box set, and it's a really nice condition one as well. I've only got one of the 3 films that are in here on its own, so figured I would pick it up. So Pitch Black, Dark Fury and Chronicles of Riddick. So I think Tim very kindly sent me up as part of a package of movies. I think he sent me up Pitch Black, I think it was on Blu-ray. But this was a box set containing all 3 on DVD. But like I say, I hadn't got the other 2, which is Dark Fury and Chronicles of Riddick. So for 99p, I thought, yeah, I'll add that one into the collection, and it gets me the other 2 movies. So that's that one. Next up, Roger Daltrey in McVicar. Again, another film over the years that I've always heard highly spoken about, but I don't recall ever seeing it before. It's supposed to be quite brutal from what I've heard. So definitely one that's going on the pile to watch, coming up very shortly. It's a prison drama. This is the incredible true story of John McVicar, a man who took on the entire prison system and refused to surrender. Roger Daltrey gives a powerful performance as McVicar in a film that is shocking, brutal and full of gritty, violent realism. So I'm a big fan of Bronson and a big fan of Scum, so I'm hoping, you know, the way this is talked about, that this one is going to be on a par with both of those. So if you have seen it, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on it. I'm pretty sure it's got a Blu-ray release as well, but for me, was more than happy to add it into the collection nice and cheap on DVD. So that's that one. Next up, one of the Family Guy seasons that I was missing. Season 15, that was £1, so can't go wrong with some Family Guy. And that's a 3-disc set. There we go. So pleased with that one. So I think that's the box set of 1 to 8. I've got season 15 here and season 16. So I'm just filling the gaps on those as and where I see them cheap in the charity shops. So I think this is a foreign film, if I remember rightly. A film I've only ever seen once before, but I did IMDb it when I was in the shop and checked it on my letterboxd, and it was one that I enjoyed previously, so picked it back up again. Supposed to be a end of the world apocalyptic zombie movie, The Signal, and if I remember rightly, is it French? Probably not going to see on the back. It does say English on the back, so for some reason I thought it was a French film, so I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with something else. But it says on the back, The Signal will earn its place amongst the greatest cult horror films of all time. So there we go, The Signal. And then can't go wrong with some snapper case goodness and a shark movie wrapped up in Samuel L. Jackson's Deep Blue Sea. So again, a film I haven't seen for donkey's years. Definitely one of the better shark movies out there. So those of you that follow my channel all know I do everything from really shitty, terrible B-movie shark movies all the way through to, you know, the cream of the crop like Jaws. But yeah, Deep Blue Sea is definitely one of the better shark movies out there with Sam Jackson and LL Cool J. So, and a bit of snapper case goodness as well. So few and far between we see the old snapper case. So there we go, that's that one there. Next up, talking of shitty B movies, I picked up Snakes on a Train. So there we go. Ash will be enjoying this one. He commented on one of my previous videos saying that's why me and you are good friends, because your terrible taste in movies. So there's another terrible movie for the collection. So Snakes on a Train, one that I've never seen before, but I am looking forward to putting it on and seeing just how terrible it is. So there we go, that's that one. And then one that I thought I'd seen before, but when I IMDb'd it, it came up as a horror comedy, and I'm like, okay, I didn't think that was a comedy, but it is Lake Placid. So I thought it was a typical creature feature along the lines of alligator and crocodile, what's the other one, anaconda and stuff like that. I thought it was going to be a movie similar to those, but when I IMDb'd it, it said horror comedy. So no idea if I have seen it or if it's one I've just noticed before but never got round to watching. So yeah, if there is any fans of this one, let me know. It says part mystery, part thriller, parts missing, and it stars Bridget Fonda. And on the back it says easily the best horror comedy for years, according to Total Film. So there we go. No idea, but looking forward to that one, Lake Placid. And one that I've definitely never seen before, but it says it's a zombie parody, and it is The Walking Deceased. So, you know what you get with me, guys. If it's a terrible B movie, I am going to get it for the collection. So there we go. The Walking Deceased, clearly a parody of The Walking Dead. You can see by the characters on the cover there. So I'm sure it's going to be absolutely terrible. But because of that, I am looking forward to giving it a watch. Zombie movies are infectious. The Walking Deceased are coming for you. Starring Dave Sheridan from Scary Movie and Horrible Bosses and Joey Oglesby from Prison Break, this hilarious spoof of The Walking Dead will transport you into the land of the living dead. It rips the flesh of the spoof genre and infects it with a virus too hilarious not to spread. There we go. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching that one, and might even be one that I can persuade Ghost Lou to sit down and watch with me as well. And it's little tagline at the bottom: imagine a world where the dead are smarter than the living. There you go. That is the case. Some people that I meet. So there we go. That's that one. And then 3 box sets to finish, guys. Believe it or not, I hadn't got any of these back in the collection since I was rebuilding. So I managed to get the Rocky box set. There we go. Apologies for the ring light glare. But yeah, all of the Rocky movies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and Rocky Balboa in a box set. Local charity shop, £2 English. So there we go. I wasn't going to turn that one down, and I think Ghost Lou said, well, if you're not going to pick it up, Dad, I'm going to grab it for my collection. So I grabbed it. Next one. Got some In-Betweeners goodness. So I know they did season 3, and I do need to pick the movies up. They're cheap as chips, 50p I think on CX for the Blu-ray, so I will grab them at some point. But season 1 and season 2 in a pristine DVD box set for £1, I think it was. I wasn't going to leave that one behind. And then again, this one was £1, and it is seasons 1 to 6, and they're upside down in the box. That's going to irritate me, so I will sort that out afterwards. But it's Peep Show. Series I've only ever seen all the way through once, but I did absolutely thoroughly enjoy it. So when I saw it, pristine box set, 1 to 6, I thought, right, that's going into the collection. So there we go. Seasons 1 to 6 of Peep Show. And that's all of the charity shop pickups for the last couple of weeks. I've got one big pile here on the table to the right, which is CX grabs from over the last couple of weeks. But I'll save those to do probably mid next week. All being well, I've got a joint pickups video to do with Ghost Lou at some point tomorrow, which will be uploaded early next week, and that's showcasing a couple of donations from YouTubers, very kindly sent across. So yeah, myself and Ghost Lou will be doing a joint video for those over the next couple of days. So plenty coming up on the channel, guys. So let me know in the comments any that I showed there that you're big fans of, especially any that I've shown that I said I hadn't seen before. Be interested to hear if you've seen them and you think they're good ones or not. And as always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll be back in the next couple of days with another video. Bye for now, guys.